So there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. And the first one is I get a lot of questions about people asking whether they should trade with algorithms, so with like systems trading, or whether they should do manual trading. And something that comes up all the time. People kind of wonder what is the best or what they should do basically. And there's one thing I can say is that there's no one best way to do things, but you need to know what is better for you, right? So what you prefer. Because not everyone's going to be good for manual trading, and not everyone's going to be good for systems trading, right? I would not be, and I would not want to have to create a system and have to code everything myself. Okay, that's not what I want. So different people have different ways of seeing things. And if you go into the wrong way, if you start with the systems trading and you start to code that, and then you're kind of pissed off because it doesn't work and it's tough to code, well, guess what? It's going to be more tough, more difficult for you to keep going and for you to pursue in that route. And if you have problem, well, it's going to be easier for you to give up. Okay, so you have to be really careful and pick the thing that works best for you. I know a lot of people who tried manual trading had a problem with the fact that they have to react. They react emotionally sometimes. So if that's your problem, well, either you go to systems trading, either you create a system, or you do something to work on your weaknesses in trading. Okay, it's possible for you to work on your weaknesses. So it's possible for you to try different things, become less emotional, and less tempted to pull the trigger whenever you trade. Okay, so there's two ways of it, and you don't have to restrict yourself to only one place, whether it's systems trading or manual trading. You can like try it out, see how it goes, but pick the one that is best for you. Don't pick the one that you think is the nicest or the best one. Just pick the one that you think you're gonna be best at, and then focus on it. Like master that one thing after that, yeah, as much as you can. That's my quick take on this, and I wanted to talk about this because we had an interview this week with Kevin Davey. Talked about system trading, so how to create a system, and I got a question about this interview afterwards. So I just wanted to clarify this here. So that's it. And the next topic I want to talk about today. Well, if you guys have any question, let me know in the comment or on YouTube somewhere if you have any question for the Q&A. If not, I'm good to talk pretty much for the whole Q&A. But if you guys have any question, comment below and I'll make sure to answer them. Now, the next topic I want to talk about is and I'm often asked this, like pretty much every single week. What is the one thing that helped me the most trading? Okay, what is the one thing that if you could like do it or if you could apply it, you would see the biggest result? And to me, the answer is clear. Okay, to me, it's not about learning a system or learning how to trade. No, it's not that. To me, the single thing that made the biggest difference was to surround myself with other traders. Start to talk with other traders. Start to meet other traders in person. And until I did that, I didn't see any result. And I didn't see at all how I could make it in trading. I thought it was good. I thought I would make it by myself. But until the moment where I started to surround myself with traders and meet other traders, I did like nothing moved. But then whenever I came, I'll just put that on. So whenever I started to surround myself with traders again, and whenever I started to do that, then I saw the biggest result, the biggest change. And the reason why that happens is because of the quote by Jim Rohn. He said, "You the averages of the five people you spend the most time with. The more time you spend with bad people and negative people, the more negative you're gonna be. The more time you spend with good people, empowering people, positive people, the more positive you're gonna be. Okay, that's just like a rule of life. There's nothing there's nothing scientific to it. It's just like it happens. You just embody and like like other people around you. So guess what happens if you surround yourself with traders? You start to meet traders and start to talk with them and see how they do things. You just try to see how they think. And of course, like I did an interview this week, and that's one thing I said, right? You have to surround yourself with other traders. But the guy on the interview said, "Well, yeah, it's good, but I don't know how other traders are gonna think, and I prefer to have my own way to think." But to me, this is where you're missing a part. Okay, because the goal is not to use their way of thinking, their way of trading. It's not to trade the same way as they trade. The reason why you want to surround yourself with traders is because you want to start to think like they think. So what does that mean? It means whenever they have a bad trade or a losing trade, they won't be disappointed. They won't say, "Oh, screw the market, like that doesn't work. I'm pissed off and everything." No, they're just gonna think, "Okay, so losing trade, that's it." And a lot of other things you can learn, right? Things like routines. I'll say all traders pretty much have the same routines. All the successful traders, they all have the same routines. They all prepare themselves. They all sleep enough. They all take breaks. They all review. They all journal, right? So those are things universal. You could like meet any single traders that's doing this full time, and you're gonna see pretty much the same thing. It's not gonna be super different. So that's why it's important for you to surround yourself with traders. And most of the time, like you can do it for free. Other times you have to join like an academy or a community or a mastermind, which I like to provide. But most of the time you can do it for free, and that's how I started. Okay, the first thing I did was to meet traders in my city, and in pretty much every city you're in, whether that's like of course the big cities are gonna have a lot of traders, like Toronto, New York, Montreal, but even in the smaller cities, okay. And the thing is, if you're not like if you don't find anything about traders meeting up in your city, well, it's probably your job to create something. It's probably your job to find other traders your own way. Right? Don't wait for people to come to you. Go after people and start to meet them. Okay, and that's gonna be a biggest change. And there's one thing I don't like, and I'm just thinking about this. Whenever you pick a trading book, okay, I've never seen a trading book talking about meeting other traders and talking about surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Okay, in trading specifically, I've never seen a book. And you see books with titles like, and I don't want to hit on anything, but you see books with title like the Universal Principle of Successful Trading. Okay, how to trade based on like the best principle ever, and they're all gonna talk about the technical stuff, how to place your trade, what to look for, what pattern you should have, what backtesting you need to do, what practice you need, what methodology you need to have, what calculation you need to do. But they're never gonna say, "Well, surround yourself with traders. They're gonna inspire you. They're gonna help you to thrive. They're gonna make the biggest difference in your life." And that's what I saw. Okay, the first time I went to meet traders, that's what I saw. And of course, like you could meet traders and that's fine. But the more you force yourself to develop a relationship with them, try to talk with them, right? Don't just meet them and like do whatever and that's it. Try to talk with them and see how they do things, right? Try to see how other people are doing things. And the biggest value there is really that. It's seeing how other people are doing things. And the other thing is you realize that oftentimes the limitation you put to yourself or kind of the what you think is possible usually is far from that. It's far from what you really believe it is. And I'll give you an example. And I think I gave this example before. I was at a meetup once with a group of traders, and I said I wanted to start to trade other people's money. I said I would like maybe to trade other people's money. And then one of the traders there asked me how much capital I wanted to trade. So I said, well, I don't know, like 100,000 might be good, right? That's a good start. Or maybe 200,000. And then that guy said, well, okay, that's good. I'm trading 2 million or something like that. Okay. So whenever you think that you can do something, like I thought I would be able to trade $200,000 or 100,000. The guy thought the guy was trading 2 million. So if that guy is doing it, why would not I be able to do it? Right? There's no reason. There's no reason why I will not be able to trade more if other people are doing it. And I just have to ask that guy advice, and he's gonna give it to me. He's gonna help me out. So if you stay on your own, and if you stay in your house, and you just focus on making money and trading and doing your own stuff, how can you get that advice? How can you get those advice from other people? Okay, so it's so crucial to be around people who have the same goal as you have. So crucial to share your experiences with other people, to be open to hear what they have to say. And don't think only about meeting other traders as getting advice from them in technical terms, like where the dollar CAD is going or where the euro is going. Think about what what structure you can put in your trading, what routines you can have, or possibly even what kind of action you can take, or even what kind of there's one thing that was simply in terms of taking profit. what kind of journaling practice you can put in place, because things are often different for different people, and people have different ways to do things. But you can inspire yourself from those people. That's a big, big game changer here. If you can only apply like that one thing this week, start to meet other traders, go out there, and you're gonna see that there's probably traders in your city. Okay, and I'll give you that challenge for this week. Try to go online. Good place is meetup.com. Okay, I'll put the link above or somewhere after that. Meetup.com, and try to search for traders in your area. There's probably gonna be a bunch of meetup if you're in a big city, but pick the one that you think is gonna benefit you most, or the one that seems the most relatable. Because some of them are gonna be sales pitch. Okay, I'll just say it straight away. Some of the meetup are gonna be like this. They try to sell you a course, and I've had a lot of email about that. A lot of people who saw that before. But some of them are gonna be great, and you're gonna be able to meet other traders. And if you wanna have like connection in Alberta or even Toronto, Calgary, and even Montreal, New York, like there's plenty of traders. Even in London, plenty of people I interviewed on the podcast. They all have their own meetup where people can go there, have a drink, or and just have a chat, just meet other traders. Okay, so there's plenty of occasion to do that. So that's your challenge. Go out there, try to meet other people, and then let me know how it goes. Let me know how you found that thing, and what benefit you got. And maybe you won't get any benefit from the first time, but try to think about it. It's better to try it, better to see and try to meet people than to just stay at home and not do anything. Okay, so it's much better that way. And so that's pretty much what I had to say today. If you guys have any question, comment below. I see there's a bunch of people watching, more than usual, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I'm putting it on YouTube as well. So maybe some of you guys are gonna be watching this on YouTube. So thank you so much. And if you guys have any question, we do this every Friday Q&A. So I'm able to answer pretty much any question at any time. If you guys have anything, comment below. I'll read through the comment if there's any, and I'll do my best to answer the question. And if not, totally fine. I guess you guys are understanding what I say, which is good. So I see there's a bunch of people here. Thanks guys for watching. I know it's Friday. There's here a bit of rain slash snow, so it's not that great. But anyway, so I'll check. No question for now. Well, sounds good. Let me just connect here. And by the way, you guys who were to the online trading summit in the past, was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Go watch the replay. It's gonna be online for only a few days now, so I think it's gonna get off on Saturday. So you have access to the replay until Saturday. And if you want to join the academy with that, okay, I made a really good offer. So if you guys want to be able to talk with traders and talk with other people and meet other traders, right, that's going to be a good opportunity for you to join. So I know some people here are already there. I think Jose still is in the academy. That's pretty cool. Hector is watching this too, I think, just like the post. What's up, Hector? He's in the academy too. So that's really a great opportunity for the guys to meet other people. And I'm working on like I don't want to say here because I'm still thinking. But yesterday I had a call with one of my like not a traders, but one of the guy that like is an entrepreneur, and he told me about a mastermind group he's in at this point, and the way they do things in that mastermind is just like amazing. So I might pick up a few things from him and put that in the academy. Okay, it's something I might do. I'll try to see how that fits because the goal is to get you guys results. So the more like exercise and more things I can put in the academy, right? I'll see what that does. I'll see how it goes, but I'm probably gonna change a few things in the next coming days. So you guys in the academy are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about in the coming days, but I'll try to share things with you. So, if you guys have any question, let me know. I think there's no question. I'll just go right here and see quickly. But if not, comment on the group with your number one achievement. Check out the academy if you want to. And if not, guys, I'll see you in the next episode on Monday. Monday's going to be a great one. So, oh, I see there's a couple of comments here. Nice stuff. How come I don't see the comment on this mobile app? That's really weird. Okay, so let me check the comment right there. Okay, so John House is watching this. Okay, nice stuff. Yeah, you're your own limits. I love that. That's a great one. Uh, you be the robot. Yeah, totally fine. Yeah. Uh, okay. Here, that can be interesting to talk about. The person says this is Ionat Solomon. Person says my usual mistake I make while trading is to not wait for the candle close. I think this is a mistake usually done by other traders. Yes. Okay, this is an interesting part. So what the hell does a candle close mean? Yeah, just think about it. Then I know what it means. I know like the candle closed, the candle is done, but think about what does that mean? Okay, the candle is only based on time. Okay, it's the only thing telling you. So who cares about the fact that price moved that much in the last 5 minutes or that much? Okay, or you had this move and this move. Okay, what the hell does that do? So here's the thing: candle close are usually gonna be good when you think about like a whole day or a whole 24 hour. But if you look at really small time frame, there's no reason for you to think about candle close. Okay, because 5 minutes, like you don't care, like 5 minutes, like it doesn't make any difference. So what if the price moved up a little bit, came back a little bit? Like candle close in 5 minutes doesn't mean anything. It's just something that people kind of have to forget sometimes. And I know traders who don't think about candle close. They're using pretty much only line chart, or how does that call? I think it's called line chart, right? Where you have only a line and no candle. Like that's possible. So you don't need to limit yourself to waiting for the candle to close necessarily. But what you're gonna see is that sometimes if the candle does, if you enter too early and the candle kind of pull back and then you get like stopped out or something, well, usually that's gonna be a bad setup. But if you wait for the candle close, it's usually gonna be a little bit more reliable on a higher time frame. Okay, so this is one thing I want to say. And most of the time, you need to, of course, like you need to test this. But I'm pretty sure there's not gonna be a big difference if you enter when a candle doesn't close. But let's say you're gonna take a breakout trade. Okay, if you enter when the price breaks the range and you wait for the close, well, okay, that's one thing. But I'm pretty sure the results are gonna be pretty much the same if you enter before the candle close, just when it breaks the range. Okay, so what I want to say here is that candle close is not that important, but you need to combine this. You need to combine your trading plan with the structure, how the price moves. Are we breaking out or are we just in a pullback? Are we really pushing back up or no? Okay, so you need to combine this. And what I can say is that, and I'm not 100% sure because I didn't see the other trades that we're talking about here, but if you're gonna have a couple of if you're gonna have a couple of losing trade because you do not wait for the candle to close, maybe it's because you're not taking the trade at the right place. Maybe it's because you're taking selling trade in an uptrend, for example, or maybe it's because of that. Because the candle don't mean anything by themselves. The candles are only showing you for a period of time that you define yourself. Okay, candle close are going to be different for all brokers. Some brokers are going to be closing the candle at 12 p.m. Eastern, like 12 a.m. Some others going to be 5 p.m. Okay, so it's gonna vary. So you need to be careful with this. And I don't think candle close is gonna impact so much your strategy. I don't think it's gonna make a big difference. But you need to test it. And the biggest thing here, the biggest lesson you can get probably, and that you need to apply, is that you need to make sure that your strategy has a reason behind it. Okay, why do you trade that way? Well, because it's a breakout, or because it's a breakdown, or because this is a reversal. Okay? So if you're gonna take a trade based on that, it's much better than just seeing a trade based on a candle close, or because you see an engulfing candle, or because you see a pin bar. Okay? Because this is only cross section pattern. It's not that strong. You need to combine everything when you trade. So I hope this is answering the question. But to me, candle close, like yeah, you might get some more losing trade. But if you don't wait for candle close, you might get a better entry. And you need to test this for sure. So that's my take on candle close. But of course, if you're impatient and if you enter too early because of that, well, like that's another subject, right? If you enter it too early, it's not the same thing as waiting for the candle to close. So that's another thing. Other question: are you interested in the forex market? And if yes, are you looking at or taking consideration of market sentiment? Well, okay. First part, yes, I trade only forex. I don't trade anything else. So forex is the only one thing I trade. And well, yeah, if you consider like gold and stuff, forex as well. But if I look at the market sentiment, not really. No. The only thing I do is I look at technical analysis. So I analyze technically, and I look at the news, but not to consider the news, just to consider when to enter, when not to enter. Okay, that's the only thing. So I think it would be silly to enter before a news announcement or before a big speech. That's the only reason why I look at the news. But the market sentiment, I don't use it that way. Maybe maybe it could help. I don't know. It's not something I use to look at, and it's not something I really want to look at. So depending on what you want to do, and that has to be with your strategy, right? I cannot tell you don't do that, do that. No, I can tell you I don't use it, but you need to figure out how how more of your of how like what impact it's gonna have on your strategy. If you use something that's new, like the market sentiment, and it works, it's helping you, well, use it. But if not, get it. Don't, and this is the big message for everyone listening. Don't put so many layers to your strategy, so many things to look at, just because they're there and just because they exist. Think about the logic behind why you use what you use. Is there a reason why you look at the market sentiment? Is it really making a difference? And do you find it complicated or do you find it simple to use? Usually, the less layers you have, sometimes the easier it's going to be to trade, the less confused you're going to be, and the better you're going to feel when you trade. Okay, so that's a small takeaway here. So I see there's even more people watching, which is good. YouTube is it's pretty good. If you guys have any questions, comment below. If not, I think I'll have to leave it here for today. I do have to go somewhere after. But you guys are gonna see we have a great podcast coming on Monday. Some people watching here are gonna know who I'm talking about, who's coming on Monday. But if not, I'll see you guys pretty soon. And I'll try to do more videos next week. I'll talk about what I'm doing with the academy. But if you guys want to sign up in the meantime, go ahead. The link's gonna be somewhere. Go on desiretoday.com. You're gonna see everything there. And I look forward to see you guys. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you pretty soon. Ciao.